In today's Fox 8 House Call, we're talking about a condition that affects 15 to 20% of people, especially older adults. It's called tinnitus, or ringing in the ears. Fox 8's Cindy Farmer talks with Dr. Kevin Shaw, a neurosurgeon with Novant Health, brain and spine surgery in Winston-Salem.
In the Fox 8 House Call this morning, we are talking about a condition that affects 15 to 20% of people, especially older adults. It's called tinnitus, or ringing in your ears. If you have it, you probably know about it. Dr. Kevin Shaw is a neurosurgeon. He's with Novant Health, brain and spine surgery in Winston-Salem. Good morning.
Hi.
So a lot of people say, they do have ringing in their ears. How do they know if it's tinnitus or not?
Well, tinnitus just describes a sound that you hear in your inner ear. It could be ringing, it could be other kinds of sounds like whooshing or humming, and it's something that doesn't come from the outside. And that's tinnitus in a nutshell.
But it seems like only a small amount, 15, well, I say small, but 15 to 20% of people have it. But is that the people that actually are diagnosed with it, and other people maybe have it and just don't ever go to the doctor?
That's exactly right. It's very underdiagnosed, and a lot of the time people just tend to ignore it.
When do you need to go to the doctor if you hear the ringing or the whooshing or?
Well, when it bothers you significantly. You can't think, you can't concentrate. That sort of tinnitus is usually the kind that significantly interferes with people's lives, and that's something that you can see a doctor for.
What would a doctor's visit be like if you go to them to find out more about what's happening?
Well, most people either go to their primary care or an ear, nose, and throat doctor to check out their hearing, making sure their ears are working well, that there's no stuff stuck in them.
Right.
But most people don't end up seeing a neurosurgeon for tinnitus. So my field with the condition of tinnitus is a little unusual.
Really? What happens if you're diagnosed with it?
Well, the specific type of tinnitus that I treat is called pulsatile tinnitus, because it's related to your pulse or your heartbeat. So a lot of people end up hearing their heartbeat in their ear.
Wow, that can be kind of disconcerting, can't it?
It can be, and it can be alarming.
Yeah.
Because normally you're not supposed to hear your heartbeat.
Yeah, so how do you treat that?
Well, there's multiple different causes. Most of the causes result from a blood vessel that runs close to your inner ear, and you're hearing the sound of your pulse in that blood vessel.
Oh, wow. And so do you have surgery to fix it, or is there a way to fix it?
There are many different ways of fixing it depending on what the exact cause is. There is probably about a dozen different types of specific causes for pulsatile tinnitus, and those dozen causes have a little different kind of treatment. They can range from surgery to a endovascular procedure, a minimally invasive procedure, or just simple things like weight loss or medication changes.
Oh, that sounds better than surgery.
Yeah.
Dr. Shaw, why does it mostly affect older adults?
We don't exactly know. We know that kids don't really experience it, or if they do, they may not bring it to their attention of their parents or their doctors. For adults, the bones in the inner ear can become more sensitive or more fragile, and so you're more easily able to pick up sounds like that.
Awesome. That's been some eye-opening information for sure this morning. Thank you so much for being with us.
No problem. It's my pleasure.